Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be working out in the front. We're going to do a little bit of maintenance and a little bit of planting. It is so warm out right now, so it seemed like the perfect thing to do on this afternoon warm day. Sergey really hurt his back moving a tree, and I told him not to move it, but he was stubborn. So he is kind of out for the next couple of days. Anyways, we are going to be working out in the planting strip. Let me show you what's going on with that space first. If you recall, this is a space that we planted up for the first time last year. We removed the lawn. We brought in this stone pathway. We installed one over here and then also one on the opposite side on in my neighbor's planting strip. So we asked if we could plant up that whole area and maintain it, and they loved it. So we're going to continue adding more plants to this space. We also had gorgeous Gara planted all along this side and the other side, but I'm not sure what happened. None of them made it. And actually, some of you had also mentioned that your Gara suffered this last year. So not sure what's going on, but I do plan on bringing some back in. Right now, we have these Venus dogwoods that line up the entire planting strip. And then we have some grasses. We have some spent alliums that I'm going to go ahead and just prune back right now. We have a couple of little evergreens. In fact, this is one of my favorite ones, and I highly recommend this one. This is an Uncle Foggy jack pine. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to like shade it or something. Anyways, it's such a fun pine because it can really fit in a lot of areas. We're hoping in this space that it's just going to grow over this boulder and kind of create this contorted look to it. It also looks great hanging from a wall. One of our friends has it in their garden, and it's massive. And it just kind of hangs down and kind of climbs up. So it's a really fun pine. Again, great winter interest. We also have these really cute burgundy bunny dwarf fountain grass. These are the smaller ones that are kind of sprinkled throughout. So that's one. This is one, and they should get to about, I think, 12 to 18 inches tall and wide, but they're kind of small. Like they're kind of stunted. I don't know why some of them are coming up, but some of them, I mean, I guess a lot of them don't look that great. Maybe they just need regular irrigation. We did talk about the irrigation guys coming to add sprinklers here. They haven't come yet, but they said I could plant here. It wouldn't interfere them because you're only going to have one run over here. So I'm happy that we can at least plant up this side of the garden, but not the back quite yet. We have these really pretty blonde ambition grandma grass. I love this one. Highly recommend it. It's so interesting. There's a couple of newer varieties that I want to try and get my hands on that have the similar shape, but their little blooms are actually a little bit different than these guys. So we have those sprinkled throughout, and I actually have a few more that we can pop out. Now these are the Prairie Winds Desert Plains grass, and you know what? I won't lie, I'm a little disappointed because these were supposed to be a lot taller, and again, they just look a little stunted. So we planted one on either side of the pathway, and I wanted these to be taller and kind of like that welcoming statement piece when you're walking onto the pathway to the sidewalk, into our garden, etc. But I just feel like they're a little bit stunted. Our neighbors are having a little bit of a gathering. But anyways, I think these are supposed to get about 3 to 4 feet tall, if I'm not mistaken. Again, we did plant them last year. They looked a lot more impressive last year. This year, they're not doing much. Maybe they just need a little bit more time to really come onto their own. But anyways, so we're repeating the same plants on either side. I think the first thing that we should do is come in here and start weeding these beds. I probably haven't weeded probably longer than I'm willing to admit. So let's go ahead and do that first, and then we will start planting, and I'll talk to you a little bit about kind of the design for this space that I want to lean into. All right, I am going to be using my Hori Hori today to get these weeds out of here, and hopefully they won't be too difficult. These are so annoying, these little clover. Look at that, they just go on and on. But they are easy to pull up, so there's that. Not the green ones though. For some reason, the other ones are. Spoke too soon. What's satisfying is when you can find that leader like that, that's traveling, and then you get that whole piece. Oh, that's so satisfying. It's very weedy right here. Oh my goodness. Before and after. Whew, that was fun. All right, I went ahead and just cut back these drumstick alliums. I'm gonna save them for my friend Francoise Weeks. She might wanna use them for some design. And I'm really happy with the progress that we made. So we got everything weeded, and now we're gonna start planting. So in this space, we wanna really transform this into a heavy planted bed with a lot of airy elements, almost like a Dutch wave garden. So more grasses, more Gara, lady's mantle, echinacea, more cornflowers. Let's see, just a bunch of beautiful things. Lavender, and I have the lavender on hand today, so we can start dropping those in. But the idea is we're going to start mirroring this planting strip with that back bed. Once our irrigation is done, we're going to remove some of the grass and just create beautiful lines. So there's more connection between both sides of the garden. I have some Hidcote lavender on hand, and I also have some verbascum southern trim that we started from seed together. So let me go ahead and get the lavender first. Let's play with that. And then I think I have some grasses in the back, so we'll grab some of those, and then we will place them and see how they look. Right there. And look, I have some sedum. I love sedum. All right, and I'm thinking the sedums right here, these are dynamite sedum. I showed you guys these before. These need full sun to PM shade. This is gonna get full sun. Size 46 inches tall and wide, I believe. And then it's hardy down to minus 20 degrees. So they're pretty much at their size. And I'm thinking maybe we can do like one echinacea back here and then just cluster these around the mailbox. Well, hold on, let's play with it. How are you guys? Oh, you're returning the jar? Well, I'll fill it back up with flowers next time you come around. You didn't have to. Well, I think I started a trend.
Yes, you did. That's what I said.
Really? I have to go see them. That's so cool.
Really?
No.
good.
I'm flattered. I'm
good stuff.
flattered. That's so cute. I just gave our neighbor some flowers the other day to return the vase. That's so cute. Okay, let's get back to planting. All right, I love the way this is shaping up. I love the lavender. I think it's going to create a beautiful rounded mound over here. It's a little bit hard to get excited right now because they're so little, but just imagine next year when they're even bigger. And again, we're going to have that beautiful purple throughout. I do plan on bringing in a lot more purple in here. In fact, I do have some verbena that we can pop in here, but I think I might wait because I'm going to wait on the grass. I'm going to get some more plant material and then we'll come back and revisit how we're going to continue planting this space up. But I have a really clear vision of what I want this to look like. So we have the Hidco lavenders. These are going to grow 12 to 24 inches tall and then 18 wide. And they are hardy in zones 5 through 8. So it's perfect. This is going to get full sun, so they're going to love this area. Lavender, I feel like you can neglect. They don't need too much of your attention. Now, I will come in here and just prune out all of these spent blooms and shape them up a little bit. Whenever we've had lavender, I was always really good about pruning them back because I don't want them to get woody. I think when you let your lavender go for too long, they develop that woodiness in the center, and truly I just don't think it looks attractive. And I think they tend to like look a little bit misformed. They kind of lose that beautiful round shape to them. So I will come in probably in the next few days and just shear them, cut them back, and then we will have beautiful blooms next season. So that's how I plan on maintaining these. I really like how the sedum look in this space. Again, these are not going to get much bigger, really bigger at all. I'm hoping they're going to create kind of like a little cloud of those deep burgundy blooms over here. And I do want to come in probably with echinacea or gara to plant right here in this corner and then maybe carry that throughout the bed. But I just think this is such a sweet moment. I would love to actually get more sedum and repeat it on the other side. And I'll probably pick up of the same one because I really love the color of that. I repeated the lavender on this side as well. So we planted 1, 2, 3, and then one more right here on the opposite side of our neighbor's pathway that we installed. We do want to come in and mulch and compost these beds. So we'll probably do that in the next 3 to 4 weeks once we have more things planted in the ground. I really am excited to see everything filled in. I think it's going to be such a gorgeous space. Sometimes you have to use your imagination because when I plant things like this that are not in full bloom or they're a little bit smaller, you kind of have to like squint a little bit and just picture it. Like close your eyes and just picture how that space is going to look. And I know it's going to develop into a gorgeous, gorgeous bed. So I'm excited to come in and add more plant material and also just to be getting other parts of the garden planted up, which is always nice. Like I miss planting. We've been just waiting on irrigation for so long that I'm like, can I just plant? Anyways, I'm also happy that we came out here and weeded everything because it was getting really unruly. I think one of our neighbors walked by and they're like, oh, what's that ground cover? And I said, no, that's a weed. So that was like my sign, like get out here and get that done, which I do try to weed our garden at least once a week, and we just hand weed everything at this point. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just gently water things in. The lavender and the sedum don't really require too much water, and their root balls are already pretty wet, so I'm not going to give them a deep drink, but just something to get them going. Again, they felt really moist. So I'm not going to do like a deep water on them or anything like that. All right, that will wrap it up for today's garden project. Again, super happy with the progress that we're making out here. Can't wait to get more things planted up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today in my garden, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye-bye.